Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and another Topic Tuesday. Today is a topic that I actually proposed and it was voted on and made it into the final running. And the reason I proposed this topic is because I'm nosy. And the topic is, what are your most and your least expensive polishes in your collection? And I love to see like the spread of like whenever anybody collects something. I think it's really interesting to see like what kind of deals people get on certain pieces or what they're willing to spend on certain pieces and things like that. I just think it's really interesting. And you know, nail polish is no different. And I have a spreadsheet. If you guys aren't aware, I will link my video up in the cards. I do share that with you guys that you can take my spreadsheet, use it how you want if you like my format and, you know, make it your own. But in that spreadsheet, I do track what I paid for each polish. And, you know, I never like go in and highlight that column and see how much I've paid overall because I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. But sometimes it's just nice to know for, you know, personal reasons, for insurance purposes, for things like that. Like if there was ever a house fire and I had to prove, you know, the worth of my collection, well, it's all right there in the spreadsheet. I kept the tally and all that and whatever. That's not what we're here to talk about. But I do keep the information of what I paid out of pocket for the polishes. And, you know, if there's something that came in like a set, I just divide the full cost evenly across the set or something like that, which will come up later. Because I am kind of a little bit crazy and I do that, that made this video pretty easy to figure out. So I figured I would show you my 3 least expensive polishes leading into my 3 most expensive polishes. So we're gonna go from like cheapest to most expensive, or maybe it should be cheapest to most expensive. I don't know. Either way, we're doing cheapest to most expensive. And this is stuff that I purchased. This is not counting things that are gifted to me. I'll show you one that was gifted to me that is actually truly the most expensive polish in my collection. It's just I didn't pay for it. So for the matter of this exercise, I don't think it counts, you know? So I'm gonna show you like, I'm just gonna pop in bottle swatches because these aren't like that interesting. But the cheapest polish that I ever purchased was 13 cents. This one is by the brand Nailtopia and it's called Slide Into My DMs. And I don't remember the exact circumstances of why I paid only 13 cents, but I can assume pretty easily. I used to be a pretty avid Ulta shopper and I would stack coupons and points and things like that. And so I imagine that I probably used some coupons and some points and got a really good deal. And why Nailtopia? Well, this is the first Nailtopia I ever got. I wanted to try the brand because I thought the bottles looked really weird. Like the top looks like a little dropper. I thought it looked kind of like an old-timey like potion bottle or something. And I wanted to try it out because I thought it seems like a weird brush cap. It's kind of unusual. I have since acquired 2 more Nailtopias for free. One I got in gratis when I worked at Ulta and one I got in like a gift with purchase. And I don't know, nothing too exciting for me about it. I think that the appeal of this brand is it says it's bio-sourced, which the back says fruit and vegetable technology. What does that mean? It says AHA and PHA infused for smooth, long wear, and it's 100% vegan. So I think that if you are looking for something like that, because this is cruelty-free, it's Leaping Bunny certified, maybe you'll be interested in this brand. For me, when I had to stock the display at Ulta, it wasn't screaming my name, but I do still like this the bottle's hideous. It's ugly, but I like it. You know what I mean? I love ugly things. I don't know. So yeah, 13 cents. I mean, I guess I could pick that up off the ground anywhere, so I don't think it was really that big of a waste of money. The next is 3 polishes. I got these pretty recently, and they were each 93 cents, and that is the Sally Hansen Insta-Dry Peeps collection. Now, I didn't buy the whole Peeps collection. I only bought the colors that mattered to me because I just feel like these are the Peeps colors and that's all I wanted. This is another one where I picked it up at Ulta. I used a coupon. I don't know if I've ever paid full price for Sally Hansen Insta-Dry. I don't think that it's within my morals, the foundation of who I am as a person. I don't think I would ever pay full price for Sally Hansen Insta Dry, except the only exception I think to that rule was when they released the Crayola collections, and then I was like scrambling to get all of those because who doesn't love crayon themed nail polish? And it's not because I don't like the polishes. I love when they do collaborations, like the IPs are really cute. They've done like Sour Patch Kids once. They've done, like I said, Crayola, obviously Peeps. They do a lot of different fun collaborations, and they always do like a cute little cap or something of that nature. It's not that I don't like the collabs or the colors or whatever. It's just that I think the quality is mid. It's just that it's a mid polish, you know? I think that they go on well. They usually are opaque in 2 coats, but I find that they don't look as nice on the nail. They're ridgier on me. I don't know if they just have like a thinner formula, and they do tend to chip a little bit faster on me. But that being said, I do still love the Sally Hansen brand. It's like such a staple drugstore brand. It's hard to not pick them up here and there because they are so cheap. And because they're already so cheap, it kind of makes it really cool when you can get it on a deal. Because like I said, 93 cents a piece, that's a pretty good deal. The last cheap polish I'm going to talk to you about in my collection, it cost me $1.51. I don't think you guys are ready for what polish this is. You're not prepared. So let me just give you a little bit of a background before I show it to you. I bet nobody's actually going to care, and I'm building this up into something that doesn't need to be. Like I said at the beginning, when I get like a collection of things, like if I bought a mystery box that had 10 polishes, I would divide the cost of that mystery box across those 10 polishes and just be like, each polish costs that much, you know? So if it's like, I bought 10 polishes for $10, each polish is $1, you know? And 2 summers ago, maybe 3 at this point, it was in 2020, so 2. I can do math. I purchased somebody's entire collection, and because like there was like over 300 polishes in it, plus their stamping plates, plus all this other stuff, and I counted out all the polishes, took the dollar amount that I paid for that whole collection, which at this point I don't even remember what I paid for it anymore. It was a pretty good deal considering what I got though, I remember that. But I took that number and I divided it by the number of polishes because I sat there and I counted them all out. And every polish basically cost me $1.51, which means that I paid $1.51 for China Glaze Zombie Zest. Does anybody care? Was that exciting for you guys? Because it was really exciting for me when I realized that. Like, this nail polish is not easy to come by outside of like a desperate search in a D-stash. It's from like 2010. It's from a Halloween collection. And right now on eBay, I'm looking at this and we've got one for $55. There's one selling for $42.50. And aside from that, I don't see much else. It's really hard to find, and when you can find it, it's quite expensive typically. So, $1.51. I never thought I would ever get my hands on this polish. Miss Holly Berry's talked about it all the time. She had like 3 bottles of it or something. And I was like, oh, what a pipe dream. I would love that. But you know, I just accepted because at that time I wasn't really buying from D-stashes and things like that. And I'm not like an active searcher for specific polishes that I want because I feel like I'll go crazy if I do that. So when I got that huge cardboard box of polishes home and I dumped it out on a blanket on the floor and I started sorting by brand, I was like, oh, this is like a gross green color. And I flip it over and I was like, no, are you kidding me? Like, it was just such a find. It was so cool. I was so excited. And I'm like thrusting it in my boyfriend's face. And I'm like, look at this, it's Zombie Zest. And he's like, Hillary, get that away from me. What are you talking about? What is going on? So I had to explain it to him. And then he was like, oh, cool. So yeah, those are my cheapest polishes. Let's get into, I mean, that's barring the ones that I got like for free and stuff. You know, those don't count. That's not a price. But let's get into the 3 most expensive polishes that I've ever purchased, and it's probably no surprise that these are all luxury polishes. Clocking in at $29 is this Christian Dior Poppy. Last December, I hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, something that I never thought was ever gonna happen. That wasn't really a goal when I set out to do this. I just wanted to talk about nail polish, and I didn't have anybody that would listen, so I figured someone on the internet might. That's how this happened. But to celebrate that milestone, I was like, let me get this because I love the bottle. It's so precious. It's so cute. It looks like a little ornament, Christmas ornament. And I kind of got it as just a indulgence, like a little treat for myself. It came in like the luxury box. It had to be signed for. It was just it was a whole experience. I loved it, but it's not a great polish. It chipped in less than 24 hours. I think I need to try it again. Maybe try a different application or something. I don't know why I picked red. There were other colors. I guess I was just feeling really Christmassy in the moment. But with that gold cap, it looks stunning. The brush is absurd. It's so tiny. I'm obsessed with how tiny that brush is. It's so funny. But yeah, $29 for this little guy. And it is 12 milliliters of polish. I guess I never checked that before. Then this is a set that I bought. So like the set itself was more expensive, but if we break it down, the Supreme by Pat McGrath nail polishes, these guys cost $32.67 a piece. So I'll let you add that up. They did. I shouldn't just like slam them down like that. Like they're $33 a piece and then just break them all. It did come with these little sticker decal guys. I just keep them right back in there. I think I posted the video by now of me talking about just luxury brand polishes and stuff like that. But something about whites, they just suck. They're not great. And that's not just me saying that because I don't like white polish. I'm just saying like the formulation is just really bad, really thick, dry too fast. It's almost like similar to the Crete brand, that's a celebrity brand, Little Yachty. It's just like it dries down semi-matte, and because of that, it's drying too fast for you to work with. The red and the black though, they're totally great. Great polishes. Are they worth $32.67? You know, to me, they were. Not to you guys. I'm sure most of you are like, Hillary, that was the dumbest thing you've ever done. Yeah, I've done dumber things, so don't even worry about it. But it does rank up there. It's up there. However, I have always wanted an item from Supreme. Just one. Just a single item. I didn't know what it was going to be, but I wanted something because just the whole concept of this brand is really interesting. If you're into like fashion or streetwear or even like anything high-end, like you probably know about Supreme. It's wild. It's crazy. And so I've always been really intrigued by it. And then I've also really been intrigued by Pat McGrath. Like her makeup is stunning and insanely expensive. And so the fact that these two brands that I've always wanted just one item from, just to try it, just to have it, just to experience it, the fact that they collaborated in this like perfect world for me, because Pat McGrath has never done nail polish and neither has Supreme. And it was like, this is for you, Hillary. This is all for you. And now I don't have to buy anything from either brand ever again because I've learned my lesson. But we're talking about expensive nail polish, not that. Okay, stop. And finally, the most expensive nail polish in my collection that I personally have purchased, you already know, it's the Christian Louboutin. It's, what is it officially called? Rouge Louboutin. Yeah. It comes in this very fun little box that I display it in because why not? And this is the actual polish. I mention this every time, but every time I go and I like lean over my Helmers, I'm like, like I'm afraid I'm gonna poke myself in the eye. It is such a stunning bottle. It is such a beautiful like presentation. It's like psycho. It's just insane. It cost me $50 from Sephora. I don't think that the other colors are this expensive, but I could be wrong. But I just feel like Rouge Louboutin is the only color that matters in this polish. Like I would never buy another color in this polish because like the red is like, that's what Christian Louboutin is known for. Like the red under the shoe, red bottoms. I don't know why I said the red under the shoe. Like everybody knows what a red bottom is. And like I said earlier, I enjoy luxury goods. I don't make a habit of buying them frequently, but I have a few that I like them. And I am a shoe destroyer. So there is literally no point in me spending the amount that it costs for Christian Louboutin shoes because they will be done in 3 to 6 months. I don't know how to walk correctly. There's actually something wrong with the way I walk according to a physical therapist. So what can you do? They told me you can't really fix it. So I'm just gonna walk poorly forever, I guess. But this is one that I lusted after for a really long time. Ever since I was in college and I first found out about them, I was just like, I want that. It's so stupid. It's just dumb. Again, 13 milliliters, $50 for 13 milliliters of polish. But there was a department store when my boyfriend and I used to go to the mall sometimes that they had these on a display. And every time we went to that mall, I would have to go and just peek at that display and like just look at this in its box and just take it all in. And I never ever was really like thinking, oh, I'm gonna own that one day, because I was in college and it's just like when you're making as little as you do, it's a little bit like demoralizing. You never think you're gonna get yourself out of that financial position. So I was just like, wow, I wish one day, but never. It's never gonna happen for you. And then at the beginning of 2020, I was like, you know what? Things are going so well. Things are doing great. You know what I should do? You know, nothing bad is about to happen to us. Our financial situation is stable. My job's doing, you know, okay. I'm gonna treat myself to a $50 nail polish. And then the very next month was March. And then I really regretted that $50 nail polish. And then I didn't care about anything for like a year. So that was the most expensive polish that I purchased in my collection. However, I absolutely know for a fact that it's not actually the most expensive polish in my collection. There is one that I don't think will ever be beaten within my collection. It better not be. I don't know how much this polish actually cost because it was a gift, and I, for my own mental well-being, don't want to know what my boyfriend spent on this, and that is the Chanel holographic. I think he got this for me for our anniversary last year. It was either birthday, anniversary, or Christmas. They're all like really close together, so I always mix up which is which in my head as far as like the gift. But I'm pretty sure this was for our 8th anniversary last year. He got this for me. And the reason he got it for me is because he said that in every collection, you have to have a really stupid, over-the-top, dumb, expensive piece. Doesn't matter what you're collecting, he just feels like you gotta have one of those types of things. And this is mine, apparently. He researched on his own. He looked up, you know, rare nail polishes and expensive nail polishes, and this is what he settled on, and he found one on eBay. And it comes with a special base too. I have that, it's just in my drawers. And like it still had its box and everything. I have it up on my little shelves back there. This is, I'm probably biased, it's like the most holographic silver hollow that I have. It throws the most rainbows. It's really pretty. And I don't know, like when he handed this to me and I opened it, I was like, why are you like this? Why do you do this to me? Because we always set a gift limit, or I always set a gift limit, and I say, this is the max that we can spend on gifts for each other this year. And then he goes, okay, you have fun with that. And then he does whatever he wants, so annoying. But when you go to eBay, I found one that is currently for sale. It is $255 with free shipping. So nice of them to throw that in. Yeah, it's the only one I can find while I'm filming this right now. That's insane. I'm sure that the Clarins original like unicorn pea polish is probably getting up there as well in price. That's one that while I'm like fascinated by it, I'm like, that's really interesting. It's like nail polish history. I don't think I would ever buy that just because I'm not super into like the UP finish. It's just never something that I've been super hyped for, but I got my Chanel holographic. This one will put my kids through college, I guess. Just kidding, I don't have kids. Okay, so yeah, those are my most expensive and my least expensive polishes. I am still in shock over the Zombie Zest, but yeah, let me know, what is the most you've ever paid for a single polish? Because I feel like that sticks with us pretty hard. And if you do know the cheapest polish in your collection, I would love to hear that too. I just think that this is really interesting facet of hobbies that, I don't know, people are not always super comfortable talking about money. I'll share just about anything because I'm an oversharer. So, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next one. Bye.